When I came from New York City working at the Brooklyn Academy of Music at BAM, at the Next Wave Festival, and went to Burlington, Vermont, a city of under 50,000 people, and wanted to bring up a lot of the same artists, or a lot of, and it was seen as like, you are nuts, this is not gonna fly here. It was in the era when the Wallace Fund and other funders were really supporting kind of democratization of culture, the NEA as well, around wanting to support smaller organizations outside of major metropolitan areas through residency support and development of longer stays by artists. And I quickly came to the realization that the quickest way to sort of upend notions of the preciousness and sometimes pretension of artists, even the sense that some audiences have of that they've got to be pulling the wool over our eyes, is to actually open up the process and get artists and community members in the same room, get people to know each other, and it is remarkable how quickly people went from bitter disbelievers to totally engaged with the work that they would never have thought they would want to see, but once they heard from the artist directly or got to know about how hard the making of their work was or how intriguing the layers of questions were, they really became kind of our biggest advocates. We decided to create actually a website that was more about discourse than it was about driving attendance. When we did this redesign of the site, we decided to also create a blog section for every department. We named ours as the Green Room. We also decided a few years ago to start, well, this has been now going for about 6 years. We thought with the decline of reviews and critical response to work, written critical response, that we would commission basically our own reviews on our site of our own work. And I have to say that when the first 3 negative reviews came out and when we started this, I was wondering now why are we doing this? But I've become now a very big advocate that to have on our own site long form writing, often it's a more personal, but the quality of the writing tends to be really good. We find people who we think we have high level of confidence in, and they will come to the event. We'll give them free tickets and things. They'll go home and they just have to, within 24 hours, turn around a review. And we don't, unless there's factual misinformation, we never change what it is that they say about work. So there's a wealth of information now as an archive. A lot of them are in this realm, interviews that I've done with artists about the making of work. It becomes a service to the field by developing these video and audio. This is also where our dance podcasts live. And it was a big shift, and I'm still not sure I'm totally on board, but for me, when I sort of realized that, oh, this isn't just instrumentalizing a mechanism by which we get people to shows or get people to understand our exhibitions better. It's actually a product in and of itself. So part of our work is the content of the site, that has to sort of not be equal necessarily, but it has to be valued internally by the staff in a way that a commission of a new dance piece is valued. So otherwise, it just gets tossed aside. It's so not prioritized. So it's hard for people who have grown up in supporting artists directly or making exhibitions to then think about online content as a sort of equal part of what we put out in the world.